What is going on, Rep Your Side? It is none other than Smooth Oz here with you today, as I have my special co-host Big Dog on, and special guest as usual. I got Rizzo and Coach P. Everybody, man, just let me know how you doing. How y'all doing?
Feeling great. Feeling great. Just ready to talk about football.
Always
Let's
good.
go.
Always good. Let's go.
We
Hey,
go.
Panthers keep pounding. Laker Nation, Southern Miss to the top. You already know what it
Well,
is.
your
SMTTT.
quarterback is
Hey,
done,
Coach,
dude. Your quarterback done. How they gonna keep pounding?
Coach, you forgot about the Jim Hill Tigers.
And,
What you?
hey, that's without being, that's without, whatever the word is. I'm brain farting here, but hey, Jim Hill to the top. We the best. We're better than the rest. We are the mighty Tigers. Have
That
a
is
productive
correct.
day.
Yes, sir. Coach, you look primed to be on the announcements in the morning now. Look fine for it. But let's go and hop into this, Rizzo. We got a lot to talk about with your team, the Packers. We're gonna talk about the Packers pretty soon. I'm just gonna headline it for y'all right fast. We're gonna talk about Green Bay. Russell Wilson coming back from injury. He had some injuries with his hand, or specifically his thumb. And he's getting his belongings back together. So the Seahawks are might be coming back. They look pretty trash these last couple of weeks with Geno Smith. But also we're going to talk about Jokic and what went down with him and Morris. Woo! In a pushing in the 7 match that got both of them fined some money. And last but not least, we got to talk about Odell Beckham and where he's going now that he is released from the Cleveland Browns. But let's backtrack and talk about the Packers right fast. If you didn't know, Aaron Rodgers got ruled out of the Packers versus the Chiefs game with COVID-19. Where he would be out, Jordan Love would step in and take his place. And you can say some can say he did good. I say he did bad. They would end up losing that game. Jordan Love, I think, would pass for a total of 160 yards with 1 touchdown and 1 interception. But Rizzo, I want to come to you and talk to you first on that loss that the Packers took to the Kansas City Chiefs this past Sunday, and what you thought of Jordan Love and his performance.
Well, first off, I was just very excited to actually see, our future right now be on the field and see what he can do. After seeing that performance, of course I was not happy of it. But I mean, you can't blame him. I mean, because he's new, he has to get that experience. The defense, Kansas City defense was they were bringing it. They were blitzing on every single play, which is a smart thing to do. Like I credit their defensive coordinator for those plays that they were calling. But I'm just like I said, I was just glad to see him play, see what he can do. But all he can do is just improve from there. I'm glad that he got that experience, see how it feels to have that defense coming at him. So
Rizzo, I think
it's
that was the first time that somebody credited the Kansas City defense this year because they've been trash.
they have, and that's
They've
why
been
I
trash.
was really shocked. I'm like, wow, we going to play a trash defense, but it's still he's an unexperienced quarterback.
Yeah.
So he hasn't gotten that many. I think that was his first official start. I think that was first official. If I'm not mistaken,
It
that was
was.
his
It
first
was.
official
It was. It
start.
was first official start. And correction, Jordan Love would throw for 190 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. Um, but at the end of the day, it was still a close. It was still a close game. The Packers made it close at the end. With a touchdown pass to Lazard, that would push it to 13-7, which they would close out and end at 13-7. But yeah, I thought Jordan Love could have played better. I think, like you said, he was just getting his feet on him and he was struggling. Of course, it's to be expected. But against that defense that Kansas City had, man, I thought he would have passed for 300 yards the way they've been playing this season. Um, but I thought he played to be what I thought that was what to be expected from Jordan Love. I didn't expect much from Jordan Love like others
Yeah,
did. It was good to see him out there. I mean, the Packers front office was happy about it. They ain't gonna admit it, but they was happy to see Jordan Love out there. But that's all I got. I'm gonna pass it to Big Dog and Coach P, whoever wanna
First of all,
chat.
if the Packers wanted to win that goddamn game, they should have ran the goddamn ball. Period.
yeah.
I mean,
Which
Kansas
I
City
mean,
defense.
we were.
Kansas
They was
Kansas
very
City.
afraid to let him throw in the
What
beginning, though.
what I'm saying is this: whoever y'all offensive coordinator is, Kansas City's defense sucks. Period.
It's our
It
coach calls our
sucks.
plays.
You know what I'm saying? So what they should have did, they should have rushed. That's what they should have done. That's what I would have did. I would have rushed because you would have had a better chance of winning that game than allowing him to pass. You know what I'm saying? Because Kansas City did the right thing. If I was defensive coordinator for Kansas City, I'd have blitzed him every play. Every down, I would have blitzed him every
And
play
they damn
until
near
he could
were.
prove, right, until he could prove to me that they can beat us. That's exactly what I would have did. And that's exactly what I was just disappointed. I thought Kansas City, honest to God, was going to put 50 up. I said, ain't no way in the world. Aaron Rodgers is out. Patrick Mahomes finna put up 50. You know what I'm saying? You know, I had him to win, but I had him to win by 50. You know what I'm saying? They won the game, but hell, it was close. But, you know, I don't know.
I expected way more than 13 points.
Yeah, way more than 13. Way more than 13.
That lets you know how Kansas City, they offense is kind of slipping, even though they got all the right,
very surprising,
right players.
Yeah, they looking like they suck pretty much right now. They go in the playoffs. I think they bounced out in the first round. If they make it to the playoffs.
If they really
make it. I think if Kansas City make it to the playoffs, they'll be a whole different team. That's just my
nah, I don't think so. That defense is not improving. Not at all. Yeah. It is not improving. It's actually, to me, getting worse.
And let me ask y'all this too. Do you feel Kansas City offense is teams are figuring out their offense? Do y'all feel that? I mean, because Kansas City ain't been putting up that many points. We used to KC putting up 30 a game. In the past couple of games, I think they put up 13 in this one, and in the Giants game, I think they put up 27.
Well, Kansas City, their real Achilles right now is turnovers. That's what's killing them.
Yeah,
they've had so many turnovers in that game. I guess that's credit to Patrick Mahomes throwing interceptions.
So that's like a patchwork O-line also.
Yeah.
So I mean that I think that plays a big part of it, man. No matter how spectacular you are, if you don't have an O-line to block for you, I think you're gonna struggle. I mean, just look at Tom Brady in New England 2 years ago versus Tom Brady last year, and you'll see the difference an offensive line can make.
Or even the Super Bowl, they were missing 5 offensive starters.
And then like 3 weeks before that, they were spectacular.
Yep, that is the truth.
But this is just a sidebar. Too, on the AFC side, I think the AFC is so wide open. I don't know who can win the AFC right now.
It's because you man, 1 week you think it's Baltimore, then they get blew out by Cincinnati. Then you're like, well, are the Bengals
is it Cincinnati?
Right, and then the Bengals get their head. They
by the Jets
knocking the dirt. It's like, bro, what?
I don't know. Even before the season started, I just had this feeling that the Titans, they got something there. I don't know.
Something for right now.
It kind of with
them
losing Derrick Henry, it kind of quiets it down. But still, like it just, I don't know. I have the intuition that they're gonna be. They can go.
No, Tennessee ain't going nowhere. For right now, it's Baltimore.
I'm not gonna say that.
Baltimore gonna be the team. Either Baltimore, and I'm gonna tell y'all one thing right here. It's either gonna be Baltimore or it's gonna be the Patriots. Now y'all watch what I tell y'all.
The Patriots is sneaking. The Patriots is sneaking up.
Look,
they are sneaking up.
Because you know what? No one paying attention to the Patriots.
I wasn't paying attention to the Patriots. I'm not gonna lie.
They're gonna ease on in there and take over. Watch. It's gonna be either Baltimore or the Patriots.
I can't even say it's Baltimore. I'm not gonna say the Patriots only because I think it's Mac Jones' first year and he still got a lot to learn whether we like it or not. I can't see the Patriots right now, but Baltimore you can definitely say. But we looked at Buffalo. Buffalo, we thought they were the most consistent team. They beat the Chiefs. They beat other teams. Then they come out and get a bad loss like last week against the Jacksonville Jaguars to a 1-6 team. You see what I'm saying? So. I don't know. It's really wide open. You can say anybody for this AFC now. I mean, you kind of can still say Kansas City in a way because nobody really officially knocked them off their throne yet. You got Buffalo. You got Cincinnati. I guess I don't know. I don't know how to feel about Cincinnati.
Let's just look at it like this.
Hard to say.
I mean, Baltimore.
If you really look at it like this, the top 2 teams in the AFC right now is Tennessee and it's the Ravens.
Bill.
Yeah.
It's Tennessee and the Ravens. Everybody else is either 5-3.
Bills not up there.
The Bills are 5-3. Bills is
Oh,
5-3. They either 5-3 or 5-4. The Bills is 5-3. The Patriots is 5-4. Okay. The Browns and the Bengals 5-4. Okay. Pittsburgh is in second place if you really want to look at it at 5-3 under the Raven. Everybody else is basically, if you go to the AFC West, they all 5-3 and 5-4. You got 2 teams 5-3, 2 teams 5-4.
Yeah,
that's really
You see
up
what I'm
in the
saying?
air.
So right now it's open, but if I had to pick, I would have to say it's going to be Lamar Jackson and the Ravens.
I'm gonna be honest. I like Lamar. Lamar, my guy. But until I see it, I'm gonna go with Rizzo, Tennessee. I mean, I hate
That's
to
why
say,
I'm rocking.
I hate to say it any other way, because I mean Derrick Henry has been out and he will be out, but Tennessee they made the plays against LA this week, and a lot of people view LA as a front runner in the NFC, you know. So I mean Tennessee has beaten all the teams that you know what I'm saying, have been top tier teams for the last couple of years. You know, they beat the Chiefs also. And they beat the Bills. You see what I'm saying? So Tennessee has been beating these teams. Don't get me wrong, they had Derrick Henry, but they still can show you that they can go out there and win without Derrick Henry after you saw what they just did to LA. You get what I'm saying? So I'm gonna rock with Tennessee right now, because Baltimore, they done had some bad losses. I'm gonna just be honest. That loss to the Bengals was terrible. And you know what I'm saying? That was just horrendous. So I can't, if I'm going just straight off what logic right now, I gotta say Tennessee until it's proven otherwise right now. Uh
And then
yeah.
they had the OT game with the
Baltimore.
Vikings. I didn't see that
Mm.
coming.
Yeah. You going Baltimore too, coach?
Yes, sir.
Tell me why.
I mean, I'm rocking with Lamar. Tennessee lost their main weapon, and
True.
I think eventually that will come to haunt them. You know, it's hard to replace the best running back in the game.
It is. It is. It is hard to replace that, and you know, Tannehill gonna have to be doing spectacular things now. You know.
And I don't trust Tannehill to do anything spectacular.
I know. And all they need is that one injury, and that's it. The ball game over. What, you got 8 games left?
I think
Yep.
so.
Yeah,
Yes.
8 games
Some
left.
people got some got 8, some got 7.
8 or 9 games left.
All I'm saying is Tannehill got two of the most talented wide receivers to play in the league in the past couple of years. You got Julio and you got AJ Brown. That's all the weapons you may need. I'm just going. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to replace Derrick Henry, and I don't think they're gonna ever get their rushing attack back. But he got some weapons. I mean, right now I'm trusting in Tannehill more than Matt Stafford. I'm just saying. I'm just gonna throw that out there because I can't stand Matt Stafford. But
Me
So
either.
Tannehill's been rushing for touchdowns himself.
true, true. So
I mean, I ain't gonna. I
go
don't see
ahead,
how
sir.
Tannehill. I don't see how Tannehill's still in the league, bro. Like the man was on one. He was on his way out, and I don't know how
He
he got
was.
lucky.
Mariota,
First of
Marcus
all,
Mariota.
coach, just tell it like it is. You know why he's still in the league. You know why Phillip Rivers is trying to get back in the league. You know why all these bum quarterbacks is still in the league. What color are they? That can tell you the story right there. Right there, tell you the story why these bums are still in the league. That's
Just
what it
saying.
is.
Yeah, that's
ain't
the
calling
only reason why
Tannehill no
Tannehill
bum,
got
bro.
his spot back is because Marcus Mariota got hurt. Well,
Yeah,
he
Mariota
wasn't, and
got
then what
hurt,
he
so-
really wasn't performing when he was healed from his injuries. And
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's how he got his chance.
When he was with the Dolphins, Tannehill was straight garbage, yo.
Trash.
Yeah, he was sorry. He was
Trash.
sorry.
He was
And
trash.
then when he stepped in for Mariota, like Tennessee started winning, surprisingly. So
I mean, sometimes it's just all about that fit. But yeah. I don't know. That was just a sidebar because that just popped up in my mind because the AFC right now is super wide open.
yes,
It's
very.
super wide open, and I'm not gonna even ignore the fact that the NFC right now is wide open.
Not
yeah,
really. Not really. I mean, it's still basing off of
As far as division
what I
leaders,
just looked at it.
guess.
You still looking at the Cardinals, you're looking at Tampa Bay, you're looking at Green Bay. Unfortunately, you're looking at Green Bay, you're looking at the Cowboys. So what I'm saying is that they're not wide open. I don't see them being wide open. What we see coming out of the NFC is what we really, really expect to come out. You got the Cowboys at 6-2, the Packers at 7-2, the Buccaneers at 6-2, the Cardinals at 8-1. You got the Rams at 7-2. You know what I'm saying? You got the Saints at 5-3. So there's your teams right there. You got the right. So those
This
are
is
your
pretty
NFC
much all.
teams. Right,
all
because everybody
division
else
leaders
is 3-6.
almost.
They either 3-6 or below.
Crazy.
You know,
But yeah,
or
you
4-5.
got a point
You
with
got
that.
the Panthers at 4-5, the Falcons at 4-4. But everybody else is 3-5.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so and then you got Detroit, the unwinning team. I ain't gonna say unbeaten because they ain't beating nobody. The unwinning team. 0-8.
Is they winning the game? Detroit?
No.
Are they winning?
No.
I think they're gonna win the game.
No.
I'm pulling for you, Detroit.
No.
I'm
And
pulling
pretty
for
much all these teams in
Didn't they
the
go
NFC, those
defeated
are pretty
a
much
few years
defeat.
ago?
They went one time 16 and
That's
0-16.
2016 season, I think.
Yeah, they went 0-16.
Like 0-16.
And people swear it wasn't the quarterback. Oh, okay.
Yeah. But they was trash. That's just as easy as I can put it. But let's move on to Rizzo. I gotta come to you first. Big Dog, I'm gonna hand this one off to you, matter of fact. Talk about Aaron Rodgers and what's going on with that situation, man.
Well, it looked like, but to me, you was looking at an organization that people was talking about for years. Even when Brett Favre was there, they spoke about the organization as being a bad organization. Now it's being proven because you knew about Aaron Rodgers wasn't vaccinated, but you continue to let him just do what he wants to do. This man knew if you wasn't vaccinated, you had to wear your mask no matter what, inside that facility, even on the field, when you congratulating your other quarterback, he's supposed to put on his mask. But they was talking about that, how he went up to Kyler Murray, hugging and kissing him, well, not kissing, but hugging on him, speaking to him. You don't have a mask on and you're not vaccinated. And then the following week, you got COVID. You know what I'm saying? So now everybody got to be tested now. You know, so what I'm saying is that he claimed he didn't lie. Well, explain to me why did he feel he didn't lie? Because you sit up here saying
if he ain't lie, he sure didn't tell the full truth.
He didn't tell the truth at all. Because I mean,
he said,
man,
I'm immunized.
Right.
I'm immunized.
Immunized. Yeah. We always immunized because we couldn't go to school without being immunized.
Right. So I think he was taking a horse tranquilizer or something like that, right?
He was taking some shit that his doctor prescribed that wasn't even approved. It wasn't.
I think that was something that
Joe Rogan.
It was Joe
that
Rogan.
Shit Joe Rogan.
Oh,
yeah, that shit. Joe
okay,
Rogan
I thought they said something
taking...
like he got it from his doctors and it wasn't even approved.
No,
he might have got it from his doctor, but he heard about it from Joe Rogan.
Okay.
Yeah. What is it called again? A vectomin or something like that?
Yeah, it's like a horse.
It's a horse tranquilizer.
Whatever it's called, it didn't stop him from getting the COVID. Okay, because he still caught it. So whatever.
No. He's saying he take that to treat the COVID.
No. That
was the immunization.
He took it instead of taking the COVID shot. That's what he was taking.
Yeah, instead of the vaccine.
Yeah. So basically, Aaron Rodgers has lost a lot of credibility. And it's funny because there's a lot of former players are coming out now saying, this is what we were saying about the Green Bay organization. This is what we were saying about Aaron Rodgers. Everybody look at Aaron Rodgers as this perfect person. They said he's not. They said he's showing you his true colors right now. You know what I mean? And it's a lot of his former players is coming out speaking on that. Did he lie? Hell yeah, he lied. The man asked a simple question. He asked a simple question. Was you vaccinated? He lied because he's not. You know what I'm saying? So me personally, you got to look at Aaron Rodgers a little different now. And not only Aaron Rodgers, what about that Scanlon dude? Lamar, your receiver. Same way. He's walking around there thinking he Aaron Rodgers, he could do what Aaron Rodgers would do. What happened? He got fined just like Aaron Rodgers got fined.
You talking about Alan Lazard, right?
Lazard. Yeah. Right. He got fined. But me personally, they got fined. That fine right there that they got was ridiculous. You got fined $15,000, and it really wasn't $15,000. It was $14,600 and something. You see what I'm saying? Both of them, and then you fine the organization $300,000. They should have been fined $1 million. And Rodgers should have been fined and suspended. He should have been suspended. Let it been a black player, his ass would have been suspended. Plain and simple as that, he would have been suspended. You know, so I believe that Aaron Rodgers should have been suspended. That's my opinion. I don't know how you feel, Rizzo, but that's my opinion.
Of course, I mean, you know, I'm not going to think that he should be suspended. I don't want to say it. I'm just being honest. I don't want to say that. But what he did was definitely wrong because he didn't consider the lives of his players and the people, even the people at the games.
Think
that he's
about
going
that,
around.
Rizzo. He endangered a whole lot of people. He endangered Green Bay. He endangered whatever stadium he go and play in, and he endangered the other football players on the other team. He didn't have no consideration for nobody. He just looking out for himself. You know, that's what I mean by Aaron Rodgers should have been suspended. That's my opinion on that, because you endangered a whole lot of people. And then you end up coming up with the virus. Now look at this. How many people, you know, he might have contracted the virus from him because you're not doing the proper thing by wearing your mask and all that kind of stuff. On the sideline, not wearing the mask. In the interviews, not wearing the mask. You know, you got to think about the reporters now. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's one thing that I was very concerned about as far as like, he's been going like, this is the 8th week of football and it's just not being brought up that he's not wearing masks in his interviews. He's not wearing masks on the sideline. He's not wearing a mask after the game. Like,
you know the reason why
I'm thinking everything is cool.
You know the reason why, Rizzo? Because that interview that they asked him was given in August. So everybody
about his immunization.
Right. Everybody thought he had the shot until he contracted COVID. And that's where the truth came out, that he never had it. He never had the shot. Now all of a sudden you lied since August. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it makes me feel a certain type of way, because I'm like, I've always thought like, man, Aaron Rodgers, this man is smart. He is very smart. And then the next he gets COVID and I hear that he's actually seeking treatment of a horse tranquilizer. Like, come on. I don't know. I just think that is just absurd. Like, that's crazy. That's an avenue of science that I don't know nothing about. I wouldn't want to learn anything about that. Taking horse tranquilizers to treat a virus.
Yeah, everything ain't free.
That's insane.
That's crazy. I think my just input on it is that Aaron Rodgers is a coward. That's just my thought on it, because you know,
but did you hear his reason why? He said the reason why he didn't want to come out and say that he wasn't vaccinated, because everybody would have jumped on him. So you just said the number one thing. Aaron Rodgers is a fucking coward. Period. Coward. Because you didn't want no one to jump on you. Now, you're not the only player in the NFL that's not vaccinated.
Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins is not vaccinated.
Your boy Rich, as you call him.
Is not vaccinated. But guess what? They following the protocol.
They following the protocol and they standing on what they said.
They said. But everybody jumped on Kyrie Irving. And Kyrie Irving told you he wasn't vaccinated and told you the reason why he wasn't vaccinated. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So this is what I'm saying. You can't jump on one and then everybody, but it's Aaron Rodgers.
That's what I'm saying.
He did. His ass should have got fined. He should have got fined very heavily, and he should have a 1-game suspension. That's my opinion.
The other thing you got to look at, though, like the difference between like Kyrie and Kirk Cousins and whoever else y'all just said, not including Aaron Rodgers, is that, I mean, Kyrie couldn't play because of where his team is literally stationed at, and they got to follow the rules of that state and that city. Whereas, you know, Kirk Cousins and them, Minnesota isn't so strict, so they can play. I mean, if Kyrie was playing for Minnesota, he could play, but he just had to follow the guidelines of wearing the mask and all that. And the main criticism I have against Aaron Rodgers, like y'all said, man, he just wasn't honest. He's a liar. And I can't trust no liar, man. You lying about that, bro, and then you literally risk people's lives, bro. Like, at least with Kyrie, I mean, hell, Kyrie crazy as hell,
but
but
he stood on
hell,
his
he
feet.
ain't there. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? He ain't there.
yeah.
And then
Anything,
also, one
anything.
more thing. Nobody, you know, the Nets were favored to win the championship. Nobody's
Mm-hmm.
looking at Minnesota to win the championship. So that's one thing why probably Kirk Cousins never got the flack that Kyrie got. But Aaron Rodgers deserves everything Kyrie got plus 1,000.
Yes, I agree because first off, you know, you lied about it, and like you said, Big Dog, you point out the fact that he didn't want everybody jumping on him. You know, so what? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, your decision is your decision. You know what I'm saying? And you got to stick with that. And I think that he was trying to be too much out of the media and wanting to be out of the way and be this guy that wanted to keep his move or where he wanted to go mysterious too. And I can respect that, but you know, and I respect his decision not to take the vaccine. But at least don't lie about it. Be real. You know
And
what I'm
see,
saying?
me, I can understand what Green Bay stand on it because they wanted to kiss his ass to get him back in Green Bay
Yeah,
to play
Mhm.
for
yeah.
Green Bay for this season. I understood all that, but someone should have been like, "But I need you to follow the guidelines. I need you to wear that mask every time you're on the sideline, every time you go on that field, every time you're doing interviews. Every time you're in this facility, you have to wear your mask because we can get in trouble for this. I mean, are you that afraid that Aaron Rodgers? You already know he's leaving after this season. So
Mm-hmm.
what's the problem? You that afraid? You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So now it just makes Green Bay look so bad. It just really makes them look so bad.
I think it makes Green Bay look bad, but to most of the blame still deals with Aaron Rodgers. At the end of the day, it does make Green Bay look bad because they let him slide. You know what I'm saying? Trying to, like you said, kiss his tail. But most of his blame falls on Aaron Rodgers and all that. He's a coward. That's just my honest to God truth. I think he's a coward, and you know, that's just the my only thing because if Kyrie did this, the only thing that I hate is that the fact of the matter is if Kyrie Irving would have did the same thing that Aaron Rodgers would have did, it would have been worse and tenfold, and Kyrie probably would have got suspended for, let's say in the NBA 20 games or so. Aaron Rodgers, I mean, he didn't get suspended for none. You know what I'm saying?
None,
You
none.
know what I'm saying? And it's not the fact that you even lied about it. It's the fact that you know you still didn't even follow the protocol. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He
that's
was
the main thing. The lack of following the protocol. And then Austin, I'm gonna be honest with you, he should be suspended minimum 2 games.
yes,
Well, the funny
yes.
part about it is they made a good point today about the NFL. The NFL know that Aaron Rodgers is a, it's a bigger picture than this. You know how much money he is drawing in. NFL don't want to lose that money.
Of course not. I
Well, I
mean,
mean,
You
but to
know,
me,
you
it's
got
the
to make a
principle of the
statement at the
matter,
end of
the
the
man.
day.
principle, because you're gonna
Yeah.
find
I
this
mean,
man
that shoot that one might
15,600.
have Tom Brady was suspended 6 games.
Right.
6 games.
For
And
football. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, all Tom Brady did was deflate some footballs,
the
bro.
fights.
That's all he did. That's all it was. Aaron Rodgers to me is worse because Aaron Rodgers could have killed some people.
Yes.
Yeah,
People could have
because
lost
Yeah.
their
you
lives
met
because
compromising people's immune
right.
systems
People could
and
have
shit.
lost their lives because he lied. Period. And still did not apologize for it. He still have not apologized for it yet. Period.
He's
It's
not
like
gonna
he
apologize
don't
for
give
it.
a damn.
You know, he's not. And that's why I call him a coward and stuff like that. I mean, I can't respect him. I'm sorry, Rizzo. You gotta, you know, that's your quarterback and all, but
That's the only thing that's keeping me there is that's my quarterback and that team's winning. But put football aside, yeah, it's fucked up. It's messed
yeah,
up what he did. It's messed up because, like I said, some people can't afford to compromise their immune system, and you walking around, you don't even know if you have it,
yeah.
and he did. So I think it's messed up, and that's my quarterback. So
Any last statements before we move on? Anybody?
All I'm
All
gonna
right.
say is this: been a black quarterback, he wouldn't have been
Yeah,
playing.
he wouldn't have, and that's the
yeah,
He would
sad
be
part about
suspended
it.
right now.
That's the sad part about it. And let's just say Jameis Winston did it.
Yep.
Jameis Winston's career is, I mean, that whole season, his whole
Over
season
with.
might be gone. You know what I'm saying? So that's just the sad part about it, and I hate that. You know what I'm saying? NFL, if you're gonna set some rules, you gotta stand by those rules. Somebody need to be suspended or impacted in a
And
way.
also NFL, let's talk about this. Goddamn referee ain't got no business putting his hand on no damn player too. Now I want to know why the referee is not suspended and why the referee didn't get fined. NFL.
Oh yeah,
let's about that too.
Talking about the guy.
wait.
I'm talking about the Bears game.
Yeah, the white
Tell
guy.
me his name one more time. He came off the practice squad. He got his first sack in a while.
I don't remember his name because that was his first game playing. First time I seen him.
I'm about to bring up his name again.
I ain't never seen him.
Yeah, hold on.
until that play.
Because matter of fact, the Bears had just picked him up, period, and put him on the practice squad, and then started him for that playing him in that game.
Yeah.
Let me see.
I thought it was kind of weird that the
say his name one more time, Coach.
Cassius Marsh.
That's it.
Cassius.
Yeah, and he had came from off the Steelers. He was with the Steelers.
He was with the Steelers. That's why he looked over there at him.
Yeah, and I mean the NFL got to do something about this ton rule, man. That rule.
I think it's it's the stupidest rule ever, and it was kind of crazy what my uncle was saying. He said he think the rule was it have something to do with how black people how we like to showboat. That's what my uncle said, and that rule was probably made to keep that down. Makes sense, but I think it's
the
stupid.
rule was bogus. The Bears would have won that game, point blank. Secondly, I want to know what they're going to do with the ref though, because you can't yell at the ref, you can't say nothing to the ref too much, and you definitely can't put your hands on the ref. But the ref can put his hands on a player.
Yeah, that was. I mean, well. Technically, he didn't put his hands on him. He put his hips on him.
The ref bumped him.
He put his hips on him.
Yeah, but what I'm saying,
I'm being correct. He put the hips on him.
Let you put your hips on him. You fine, thrown out the game. You're gonna be ejected. So that's ridiculous.
Yeah, and I thought that was a bogus call.
And that's the head referee. He's supposed to know better.
Very bogus call. He didn't even do anything.
What they say, he was a 30-year veteran. He know better. He know the rules.
It's almost like you instigated something. Like he was waiting. Like when somebody is anticipating something. He had his hand. If you watch that video, speaking on the what's his name one more time, Coach? Because I keep forgetting his name.
Cassius
something. But
Marsh.
Cassius Marsh. He's running. He's trying to go back to the sideline. And stuff like that to get off the field after the bad call of a ton call, which I feel like the guy should celebrate. You know what I'm saying? You don't mask anybody's emotions.
And it was against his old team, his old quarterback. He's his old quarterback.
Yeah, he's full of emotion right now. You can't stop that adrenaline going.
And the ref had, he had his hand on the flag. He was ready to call that.
He was ready to call that flag.
You can see that the guy was trying to avoid him specifically. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely was trying to avoid him.
You could see Cassius move himself, and the official bumped him on his hip.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of weird.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. I don't really pull for the Bears that often, but I was pulling for y'all. Big dog, and that was a good game.
I mean, the Bears should have won that game. Man.
They came back from down 6-20 in the fourth.
Right.
It was,
I mean, Justin really actually showed what kind of quarterback he really is. You know what I'm saying? So they should have won that. It was just too many penalties. We had 9 penalties in the game. It's too many penalties.
Yeah,
too many penalties. Defense had like 3 or 4 offsides, like 3 in a row. So that kind of killed it there too. So
yeah, that killed it for him. That it's just tough to see. I'm infuriated about that call where that ref did that. That was messed up to me. But let's move on. Let's talk about Odell. If you don't know, Odell Beckham Jr. recently got released from the Cleveland Browns after struggling with Baker Mayfield. Well, we call him blind as a bat, Baker Mayfield. That's what I call him now. And I was actually one of the guys that pulled for Baker, man. But I saw this. I don't know if y'all know about the YouTube video, but they made a YouTube video on how open Odell was, and it was sad that Baker couldn't complete some of those passes and just plainly missed the guy.
It's not even that. They saying the man ain't even throwing to him in practice. So it's a problem.
It's a problem. And I think I don't know what to say. Baker, to me, I was one of those guys that pulled for him. And to be honest, I'm still going to pull for him a little bit.
I never pulled for him. The dude trash to me.
I can't even knock him. After I saw this video on what he was doing and how Odell was open, man, that would have pissed me off. But Odell recently got released from him. Thankfully, he got released so he can go to a new place. But now he's narrowed his options down to 3 teams.
You got the Packers.
Yeah, the Packers, the Chiefs, and the Saints. Per league sources. Clarify me if I'm wrong. He did clear waivers.
This just in. The Panthers and Odell Beckham people have been talking. The plan is that the Panthers are gonna sign Odell. They're gonna trade for Michael Thomas this offseason, and we're gonna get Deshaun Watson when he gets released by the Texans.
The Panthers gonna get Michael Thomas.
Hey,
Michael Thomas, Deshaun Watson, and Odell Beckham. This is a K-Pad exclusive. I'm giving it to you right now.
a man can dream. A man can
First
dream.
of all,
That do sound nice, though. That do sound nice.
First
That's
of
a
all,
championship squad.
Odell said he going to a contender.
Big dog. With all them, they contended.
I ain't gonna lie.
Secondly, I'm gonna say it like
Michael
this.
CP. I mean,
Okay,
CMT.
Green Bay cannot
Odell.
afford him. Okay,
Yes, sir.
they made him an offer.
Gilmore.
He's not taking that offer. So Green Bay cannot afford him. So he's not going to the Saints right now because Saints has no one. So the only other team he's going to is Kansas City. Okay. Now the ideal spot for him will be with the Rams. Because
The Rams?
listen. Odell is
I
from
thought the Raiders or
California.
the Ravens.
Odell has a home in California.
Yeah, he does.
The Rams will fit him perfect because he'll be right at home.
The thing about that, the Rams just got so much cap space.
They
I mean,
Right.
they don't
What
have
I'm
that much
saying
cap
is
space.
this. You got to be able to take that $16 million contract for Odell, because that's what was left on his contract for the Browns was $16 million. They say Green Bay cannot afford him. Green Bay made him an offer, I think, of $9,000. He's not going to Green Bay.
Nah.
Okay. He's not going to the Saints because the Saints don't have anybody. So he will be like, you going right in and you the main man and they got to try to get you the ball. They don't have a quarterback. Any of us think Taysom Hill can get him the ball?
Hell no.
So what I'm saying is, what is the other place that he can go? KC.
I'm still
I'm
shooting
saying
for
Las
Green
Vegas.
Bay. I'm still shooting for Green
No,
Bay.
they said Green Bay is out of it. They don't have enough money to pay him.
Yeah.
So you gotta cover. Listen, Rizzo. Someone has to cover his $16 million contract. You have to cover that because that's what he was guaranteed. So whoever pick him up has to pick up that $16 million contract. Green Bay don't have the money. They was talking about that today. Green Bay offered him $9 million. So he ain't going to Green Bay. So right now I see him down there with him and Tyreek Hill. Man, I think this gonna put KC back in the running.
I don't know.
Because think about this.
No, shoot. If Patrick Mahomes can get on the ball, he can't.
Y'all gotta
get
listen to me
Tyreek the ball
carefully.
right now.
You gotta listen. They doubling Tyreek Hill. They doubling Travis Kelce. You put Odell on the other end. You can't double neither one of them now.
That's true.
Can't double them. So Kansas City would be the best place right now for him to go.
I'm saying
you gotta
Las
think
Vegas.
of this. Y'all gotta think of this. It has to be long
But he
term.
narrowed his teams down.
It's gotta be long term. That means you finna sign Odell long term. Green Bay can't afford him.
I'm gonna say this to you though, big dog. If he go to Kansas City, he gonna stand more than a year in Kansas City.
No. The way his contract is set up, you have to sign him. You have to sign him long term. He has to be signed 3 or more years. Because he had 2 years left on his contract in the Browns. You got to.
So he can't be traded again or released again.
Right. Or he don't have to accept no contract and become a free agent, a restricted free agent. He'll be a free agent next season if he don't take any contract. But if he take a contract, they got to sign him up to 3 years. So wherever he's going to be there a minute. That's why they said Green Bay can't afford him.
I just can't see him. I can't. I'm gonna be honest with you, big dog. I cannot see him staying in Kansas City for 3 years. I don't think he's staying in no Kansas City for 3 years. I'm sorry. He gonna
never
be.
Know.
Well, to be honest, wherever Odell go in his next couple of years, he gonna be a journeyman. He'll probably get moved another time or so. But I mean, I'm holding out hope. I want to see him in Baltimore. I want to see him with LJ,
Oh, I'm
or
sorry. I take that back.
I want to see him in Las Vegas.
New
Yeah,
England
I
made
will
him.
want to see. I will want to see him in Baltimore and see what happens.
Yeah, New
Yeah.
England made him an offer too. I forgot about that. New England
Okay.
also made him an offer.
Yeah. But I just feel like on those two teams in Las Vegas and in Baltimore, he could be the number one wide receiver, and that could be his team straight out the bat.
Best team for him to go to right now is the Rams.
The Rams just got so many guys.
He go to
Remember
the
they just
Rams.
signed.
He
They
go to
just
the.
signed Von Miller.
I understand that.
They
He go to
got
the.
Jalen Ramsey and Aaron
Miller.
Donald. They got too much money to.
He go to the Rams right now. They win in the Super Bowl.
Nah,
No one beating them.
nah. You got that much trust in Matt Stafford. I ain't blaming you, but nah, I don't
Rams
need.
already stacked. They got enough like
Yeah, they
good
do.
players that's making numbers.
They do. But yeah, I'm gonna stick with Baltimore. Hopefully he can go to Baltimore. That's where I'm sticking with. Big dog, you said the Chiefs. See it
No, them the
another
only
way.
3 teams right now. The
Rizzo,
only
if you had to narrow it down to one team, who you see Odell going to?
Kansas City. I see him going to Kansas City.
Rizzo. Yeah, big dog. I know.
Even though y'all keep saying it ain't possible, I still say Green Bay.
Okay.
I just want Odell.
No, it's the
Packers.
money. It's the money for Green
Yeah.
Bay. It's
I
not
just
that
wanna
he
see him
wouldn't
a
go to
Packer.
Green Bay. It's the money. They can't afford. They can't take that $16 million contract.
And coach, you still holding on to the Panthers right there?
Yes, that whole scenario I gave.
Man, hey, if that happened though, I'm writing y'all off for Super Bowl champions. I mean, you got Stephon Gilmore on the defensive side, you got Shaq on the defensive side, you got those
Then you
young
got
guys,
what's the name just came
JC
back.
Horn. Then you got CMC. You gonna have I don't know if you still gonna have Robbie Anderson or not. You know, you get Michael
DJ
Thomas,
Moore.
son.
Yeah.
Man, dangerous sight.
Yeah. We'll Austin. That's almost a guaranteed championship, man.
It's a dangerous sight. I hope that don't happen. I know it won't happen. I know it.
Oh,
That thing.
let me just enlighten you on something, Coach.
Yes,
Your
sir.
coach just said possibly Cam Newton will be signed.
Who?
I got it right here on Bleacher right now, saying that your Cam Newton will probably be signed to your team, the Panthers.
Oh, back?
They signing them back?
Yes.
That's surprising.
Okay.
They never should have cut his ass though.
Yep.
Okay.
They got ruled on possibility to Cam Newton signing.
Wow.
He said he won't discuss nothing. He's not going to discuss it right now, but it's a possibility he will. Now, for you, Miss Rizzo, the Packers can't pay Odell a ton since they still have to extend Devontae Adams' contract. That's the reason why they can't sign
I
Odell
forgot.
Beckham.
Yeah, he asked for more money.
That's
this
right.
season.
That's the reason why they cannot sign
Yeah,
him.
he's getting ready to leave too.
Yes. So
Dang.
he's not going to Green Bay.
Well, just off of hope, I'm gonna still say Green Bay. I wouldn't mind saying Odell a Packer.
Yeah,
that's all hope. That's all we got. But we're gonna wrap this up with this last topic, and then we're gonna get into some game picks of the weekend. We're gonna call it a night for Rep Your Side. Jokic and Markieff Morris, if I'm getting it correct. Sometimes I get them confused.
Yeah, Markieff.
Jokic and Markieff got into a bit of a tussle. It got real physical. Markieff did make contact with Jokic at first. He bumped into him while he was shooting a half court shot and hit him in the ribs a little bit. And Jokic retaliated when Morris turned his back and pushed him down to the ground. And they got into they got into some arguments, and words were traded between the two. And Jimmy Butler got involved, and brothers got involved, and we started seeing Twitter fingers and people getting on the internet and stuff like that. Tell me, who was at fault here? Was it Jokic or Morris? We've all seen it by now. Everybody's seen the video, and everybody's commenting on it. It's the trending topic on Twitter. What y'all think? Who was at fault and what went wrong?
Markieff Morris.
Morris definitely needs to be suspended. He initiated.
Yeah, he didn't get suspended, but he should have got suspended.
But it's always the person who retaliates that gets the
Yep. which is
the
stupid.
most
Which
trouble,
is
which is
so stupid.
insane. So they do that in football. And Markieff Morris definitely should be suspended too.
Yeah, he didn't get suspended. They both got thrown out of the game. He got fined, but he didn't get suspended. He should
I
have
just
got
thought it was
suspended.
very excessive. Like the punishment for Jokic. Like I don't know. No, and then especially if you know what type of player that he is, Markieff Morris.
Both
Like he
brothers are
does,
the dirtiest players in the NBA right
they
now.
do that because one of them was a Laker, one of them was a Clipper. They do that. That's how they play. So I think definitely Markieff Morris should have got more of the
I think he got a $50,000 fine. Jimmy Butler got a $35,000
Jimmy Butler.
fine.
Yeah, they even fined Jimmy
Now,
Butler.
me personally, Jimmy Butler need to be suspended for a game too because you threatened the man, and it's on TV. So
that's why he got fined because they
got
tried to
fined
say he was
$35,000.
inciting more violence.
Yeah,
that's where his fine came from. And now it's on Twitter. As far as Jokic brother, they made an account called Jokic Brothers, and they've been going at it back and forth with Markieff Morris.
Well, no, they only went back that one time because of the fact that Markieff Morris' mother stepped in and told him, "Don't send no more texts," and he apologized and didn't send another text.
Wow, I didn't know the mothers got into
mother,
it. Like,
yes, the mother, because I was watching First Take when they said the mother contacted him and stopped it instantly. She stopped it instantly. She told him, "Don't say another word and don't send another text." And he apologized and he didn't send another text. That's why you didn't see anything else after that.
Yeah, I think it's so insane that it has to go that far that your mother has to respond and step in.
Yeah.
And these are like all grown men, but
I mean, I understand
it's the emotions of the game.
I understand you defending your brother, but at the same time, look what your brother did. He deserved what he got.
Yeah, it's clearly on video. You clearly see him. He intentionally pushed Jokic.
I think the only thing they're saying is because he hit him from behind. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, I still believe, because if he did it to any of us, it probably been worse.
Yeah.
You know, he just got a little push down. It would have been worse. You know, I guarantee you, he'd have did that to Jimmy Butler, his own teammate. It would have been worse. They would have been boxing and everything. You know, you did that to Kevin Durant or LeBron. Well, I don't know about LeBron would have did something. Durant probably would have did something. You know what I'm saying? Certain players would have
get heated.
Yeah, certain players would have got in him. You know, so. And then I don't understand it. You hitting a 7-footer, almost 300 pounds. Are you crazy? You got to be crazy.
Is huge.
Yes, you got to be crazy. And then, like they said, you got to understand something. When them guys come from them countries, like they say over here in the United States, what's the biggest thing we complain about? Somebody shooting and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
They say over there, they dropping bombs. They ain't worried about no gunshots.
They
worried about bombs falling on them.
They're from
Serbia. Afraid of you? They're not afraid of you.
They from Serbia. That stuff's been happening since the 90s when they was in war with like Kosovo and all.
And that's what they were talking
about.
I
remember that era.
Right, that's what they were talking about. They dropping bombs over there. All you worried about is gunshots. They worried about bombs falling on them.
Bombs coming out of nowhere.
Yeah, so I mean, come on, that's just crazy.
I don't know. I think it was a situation that's blown out of proportion. It should have got it over with on the court, and it should have been done with.
Well, the funny part about it is, it's like I didn't understand it because why did you do it in the first place? I mean,
what was the point?
I didn't understand what was the purpose. Jokic had blocked the dude's shot. What was the purpose of you doing that to Jokic? I didn't get that part, so I don't.
Flagrantly fouling him for no reason. No reason. Jokic, he's not a dirty player at all. Not a dirty player. He barely talks to people, seems like.
Yeah, that's what they say.
All he do is just play ball. And you started it with him. I don't know where that came from.
Yeah, that to me though, I think Morris got what he had coming to him. You know, you undercut a guy like that. How you not expect Jokic to come back at you like that? Now, both of them were at fault. You know what I'm saying? Jokic could have been a bigger man and walked away, but how can you tell a man not to react to something like that,
Yeah,
man? That was like a
exactly.
cheap shot. Morris did a cheap shot to Jokic and walked away like he did nothing. Um, so yeah, at the end of the day, obviously Jokic is going to get the more flack because he applied more pressure and knocked him to the ground. So he was going to get that bigger fine. I think it was 50K. Don't if I'm wrong or not.
I
Somebody
think
correct
both of
me.
them
I
got
think so.
50K. Both of them got 50K. Jokic got a one game
Suspended.
suspension. Jimmy
Yeah. That
Butler
was the
got a
difference.
35,000K.
Yeah. That was the difference. Yeah, that was the difference. But both of them were bad, but Morris was in the wrong right there, and I think you know what I'm saying, they need to kind of retract from it. And the other brother to me didn't have to get involved. Was Marcus didn't have to get involved in that, especially not on Twitter or something. Um, but yeah, I think that they should sit this one out. Yeah, nah, don't mess with them Serbians. They crazy. Uh, they crazy. But
Yeah, because
yeah,
that was like I was watching Barkley, and then Barkley was like, "Let that have been me." That's all Barkley said. Let him have it.
Oh,
Let
Charles
him have
Barkley
did
was
me like that. He
he
said
was
I'd have did worse than what
dirty.
Jokic did. And
yeah,
they asked Shaq, they like, you don't even have to look this way. He probably been knocked out. You know what I'm saying? And that's how other players would have reacted to that. Ain't nobody gonna let you do that to them and not gonna
Yeah, not
retaliate.
doing anything.
yeah. It was like, how can you tell a man not to react like that if you cheap shot him like that? Come on,
Right.
man.
And Kenny said, and I had to agree with what Kenny said, Jokic had to retaliate. He said because if he didn't, the whole NBA would have thought he was a punk and anybody can go in here
Yeah,
and do that to him. So he said
they would have.
Jokic had to
Yep.
retaliate just so he can show you and let the NBA know I ain't the one to come mess with. You know.
True.
So I have to agree on that too. Plus, he's showing leadership for his team. You know, letting his team know I ain't going down like this. Come on.
I ain't no punk.
That's true.
That's right. That's right.
Coach, you got something to add on?
Nah, man. Just mainly just piggybacking off what everybody already said, man. You don't go out like no punk, man. Hey, Markieff instigated it. Jokic responded. That should be the end of it.
Yeah, true.
Exactly.
And we saw Jimmy Butler talking about come to the back and all that. Like,
And all that.
Yeah,
See,
I didn't
that's taking it too
understand. Like,
far though.
Yeah, I would have
yeah,
gave
why
Jimmy
did
Butler. I would have gave him a 1-game suspension right then and there.
why did he go there so far?
Like they really like. I don't know if that picture was true that I saw. Like they actually went to the back of the locker room.
No, they actually yes.
So all them boys will be suspended for 2 weeks, bro.
Yes,
2
they
weeks.
waited
2
on
weeks worth of
them.
game.
They waited outside their locker room where they had to get security.
That's beyond the game, man.
That's crazy.
That's beyond the heat of the moment.
Crazy.
Hey, if you want,
They
if you
acting
wanted
like
that
the
smoke,
fans, them crazy fans.
yeah. If you wanted to smoke, you would have got it on the court. All that's for
Right.
show. And if I'm the commissioner, I'm gonna show you. You ain't about that life like you talking you are, man. So you gone for 2 weeks, homie.
Yep.
Your season basically over.
Yep. I sure would have
That's
suspended Jimmy Butler. I know for a fact Jimmy Butler would have been suspended.
I would have suspended Jimmy, Bam, and Kyle. All three of them were in that picture. All three of them would have been suspended. All three of y'all.
And see, Pat Riley got to do something about
say
it.
like Birdman.
That's true.
Yeah, they got to do something about that. Sposen should have suspended them for that.
Yeah.
You know he's not doing that though.
Yeah,
No, I know
he
he's
ain't
not, but I
suspending his players.
mean that's what I would have done it. They would have had a 1-game suspension or something.
Shit, dog. You know you ain't suspending your best players,
Then
man.
I'll suspend his ass left and right. Don't matter.
Come on, man. But yeah, that's been Rip Your Side for the most part. We're gonna hop into these game picks and we're gonna run through these right fast. If y'all don't mind, we just
Go
gonna
ahead.
blur through them right fast and wrap this thing up. First off, on Thursday night, we got Baltimore versus Miami. I'm pretty sure we all rocking with Baltimore.
Oh wow. Easy pick, Baltimore.
Most
Baltimore
definitely. I'm going with I'm with Lamar Jackson all the way.
All right. Coach, I'm figuring you the same. We know
Yeah,
you're a
yeah.
Lamar fanatic.
Yeah.
We're gonna move it on and talk about Sunday nights. Well, Sunday football. And jump into this. First off, we got ATL versus my boys, the Dallas Cowboys versus the Atlanta Falcons. As always, I'm gonna take my Cowboys. Yeah.
I got the Cowboys.
Cowboys.
But remember what I
Cowboys.
said last week. I said
All
that
right.
Dak should have set out that game.
Cowboys.
Okay. Dak
He
played,
did.
they lost. He should have set out one more week.
Yeah.
He's like 6 for 19 in that game, wasn't he?
Yep.
Something like that.
It went.
Yep.
It went pretty.
He was terrible. Even Jerry Jones said the worst he ever seen the Cowboys play.
It wasn't pretty. But moving on, we got New Orleans versus Tennessee. New Orleans Saints versus Tennessee Titans. I got Tennessee in this.
They ain't got no quarterback. I'm going with Tennessee.
Titans. They on the
I'm
road
calling
right
a
now.
draw.
A draw?
A draw?
Hey, whatever you say, Coach. It could happen. Anything is possible. But I think Tennessee got this one with New Orleans putting in a third string quarterback. I think. But let's keep it rolling. We got the Colts, the Indianapolis Colts versus Jacksonville Jaguars. You know what?
Ooh.
The Jacksonville Jaguars did, in fact, beat the Buffalo Bills last week. And I'm going with the Jacksonville Jaguars because I think they could beat the Colts if they can beat the Bills. Why not?
Yeah, I'm going with Jaguars. You know, I don't bet for Wrench. You know, Wrench don't get no bet for me. I'm going with Jaguars.
Yeah, all right.
I guess I'll go ahead and say Jaguars.
That's surprising. I thought we would have had some Colts.
Not with me.
It's hard. Yeah, the Colts is very, very iffy right now.
Yeah, true. That's true. Moving on, we got the Cleveland Browns versus the New England Patriots.
I would never vote for Cleveland ever again. I'm going with the Patriots.
Matter of fact, I think I'm
first.
taking Cleveland. I think I'm taking Cleveland. I'm gonna take Cleveland.
Not taking Cleveland.
Yeah,
I'm going with the Patriots.
I'm taking Cleveland.
Still sticking with Cleveland. You know I like Baker Mayfield.
I'm not a Baker Mayfield
I'm
fan.
going with the Browns.
That's my boy.
All right. That's valid. That's valid. We almost got 50-50 right there. Big dog hating. But it's all good. Moving on, we got the Buffalo Bills versus the New York Jets. Now in this game, most of the time I would pick the Bills. But they just lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I don't know anymore. And I'm still gonna lean with the Bills right now. But I'm gonna go Bills, but I don't know. After that,
Yeah, I'm gonna go Bills. Bills finna bounce back, man. I'm going with the Bills.
They better bounce back. That's all I got to say. Cause if not, man, they suck. I'm gonna go Bills though.
Even though Bills crushed my 8-0 streak in my fantasy team, I'm gonna go for the Bills again.
All right.
Bills.
For sure. We got Detroit Lions versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now I'm gonna surprise y'all.
I'm going with Detroit.
I'm going with Detroit too. I think Detroit,
because Detroit got a decent defense, and the way the Bears, because you know the Bears had 3
I
sacks.
think Detroit get their first win this week.
Yeah, they're gonna get their first win. I'm going with Detroit.
I think
I'm going
Detroit get their
Steelers.
first win.
I'm going Steelers.
Ooh, this is hard. I'm gonna go with the Steelers.
Okay, for sure.
Even though I don't believe in them, but I go with the Steelers.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't. Big Ben, I don't know.
He's
I think
very,
Detroit
very.
can pull it out. If Detroit could be one team for sure, I think it's the Steelers. But let's move it on. We got Tampa Bay versus the Washington football team. I'm taking Tampa Bay.
Man, you can't even name your team. You know I'm going with Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay.
They don't even have a name.
Tampa
The
Bay.
team.
Yeah.
The football
Next
team.
Next up, Coach, man, this your squad right here. We got the Carolina Panthers versus the Arizona Cardinals. I mean, as much as I want to help you. Wait, what'd you say?
He said Cardinals.
You the Cardinals? Hey, I'm going
Cardinals 8-1, man. You got to go with the odds. I'm going with the Cardinals 8-1.
It may not.
I mean,
Kyler Murray.
our new quarterback, Sam Darnold, is out for like 8 weeks. So
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Kyler Murray may be out too, though. Kyler Murray may be out too.
Yeah, he just got he got something with his finger or something. I think he'd be all right.
Yeah, but
I'm going Cardinals.
Okay,
Cardinals.
Next up, we got the Minnesota Vikings versus the LA Chargers. I am going with the Chargers in this one.
I'm gonna go with the Vikings on this one.
LA.
Chargers
Gotcha.
pulled through.
All right, big dog going against the grain as usual. Next up, we got the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Denver Broncos. Now, the Denver Broncos did beat my Dallas Cowboys last week, and
Got
I don't
Teddy,
think
man.
the Eagles stand
You
a
know I'm
chance.
going for
I'm going
Teddy.
with the Broncos.
Teddy, going with Teddy.
I'm going with the Broncos.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say the Broncos can pull. If they can beat Dallas, they can pull this one through.
Hey, I'm going Philly.
Okay, for sure. Whew. Well, we got 3 Broncos, 1 Philly. Coach P going against the grain. I like it. Next up, we got the Seattle Seahawks versus the Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers coming back. But I think they lose this week. I think they lose to the Seattle Seahawks because if you don't remember, Russell Wilson is coming back also. I'm gonna pick the Seahawks in a surprise. It's not really a surprise, but I think the Seahawks get the better of Aaron Rodgers this week.
No, I'm gonna go with Green Bay on that one. You don't know how Russell gonna be coming back. His first game after being out. What was he out? 3-4 game?
I'm going Seattle.
Yeah, I got to go with Green
going-
Bay on that
I'm
one.
going Seattle though. I'm taking Seattle right now. I'm picking a
going
lot of upsets
Seattle.
this week. Last but not least, we got the Kansas City Chiefs and the well, not last but not least, we got the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Las Vegas Raiders for Sunday Night Football. I'm going with Las Vegas right now. Kansas City they teetering on the bad end right
Yeah,
now.
they are.
Yeah,
Go Las Vegas.
Raiders.
I'm gonna go Raiders.
I'm gonna still go with the Chiefs though.
Okay.
Same. Chiefs.
Raiders.
Let's go. Half and half. All right. This is last but not least. Monday. We have for Monday Night Football, we got the Los Angeles Rams versus the San Francisco 49ers.
Man, come on. You ain't
Oh
gotta ask that.
gosh,
I'm going with the
it's
Rams.
not even a question.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
Rams.
going with the Rams.
Yeah.
Who
the Rams,
is
no question.
San Francisco even starting as quarterback? Is
I
it
think Jimmy's
Garoppolo?
back. Yeah, Garoppolo
He's back.
should be
Okay.
back.
Mhm.
Rams.
Still Rams.
Yeah, Rams for a sweep. And the 4 teams they have a bye week. I'm just gonna shout this out. Big dog team not playing this week. The Chicago Bears are not. We have the Cincinnati Bengals on a bye, the New York Giants, and last but not least, the Houston Texans. And that has been your Rep Your Side game picks of the week. Appreciate you for viewing. Thanks as always to Rizzo, Big Dog, and Coach P for coming on and making Rep Your Side, because without y'all, we could not rep our side. Thanks for viewing and having us. It is Smooth. Always checking out with you. Any last words from you guys?
No, that's it for me. Go
That's it.
Bears.
Go Pack, go.
Keep counting. Laker Nation. Southern Miss to the top.
Oh my God. We didn't even touch
Go
on them
Lakers.
bums.
SMTTT.
Lakers are the bums are bums. Right now, the East looking way better than the West now.
It's a lot of ball to be played.
It's a
That's
lot
a
of ball to
lot,
be played.
lot of more ball to be played. Good
Yeah.
point.
Y'all already got one of y'all leaders down. All you need is that other leader to go down, and that's it.
He
for the
just
Lakers.
resting. He just resting.
He just resting.
Yeah,
But,
he
he's
just
resting.
resting.
Oh, okay.
Conserving himself for them
Tell him
playoffs.
to
That's all that
save
is.
that seat on the side of him, because AD gonna be on the other side of him.
Hey,
Real
Big Dog. Big Dog.
Don't jinx us,
Yes,
Big Dog.
sir.
Big Dog.
Your shit be coming
so
true.
you're confident the Lakers aren't winning the championship this year, right?
They're not. No, I'm confident that the Lakers are not even going to the playoffs.
Perfect. I'm confident that the Bulls won't make it past the first round.
What? Oh my God.
I
No,
think that's
sir.
the way we should end
No,
it,
sir.
guys.
You
right
got teams.
there.
Hey, you got teams coming in now afraid of the Bulls. But I tell you what, we got y'all on Monday night. I'm gonna see what y'all got to say. Bulls play the Lakers Monday night.
I think we
We
need to
got
end it
y'all
right
Monday.
there. We'll be back next week, and we're gonna talk about that for sure. Bulls
yeah.
versus the Lakers. But thanks for watching Rip Your Side. Peace out. Peace and love to everybody out there.